Welcome, Hornets, and thank you for joining me today. We are going to be taking a look at the 5.8 U-Sub with Inverse Trig intro worksheet, which I gave out today, but we really didn't have enough time to go over it. And I asked you to take a look at it, and I promised you that I would be doing the even problems in the video that I would provide tonight. So I will be doing 2, 4, 6, and 8 with you right now. And you'll notice here are the problems. Number 2 is the integration of 9x squared divided by the square root of 16 minus 9x to the 6th, the quantity, dx. Number 4, the integration of 4x divided by the quantity of 16 plus the 4x to the 4th, the quantity dx. And then we have number 6, the integration of 10x divided by the square root of 1 minus 25x to the 4th dx. And then we have number 8, the integration of 25x to the 4th divided by the product of 5x to the 5th times the square root of 25x to the 10th minus 4, the quantity times dx. Now be aware, in each of these we are going to be using our formulas for arc sine, that is the a squared minus u squared within the square root, the tangent, which is the a squared plus u squared, or u squared plus a squared, and then the arc secant, or the secant form, which would be the u squared minus a squared. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start with number 2, and you'll notice in number 2, when I write the problem down, I have extra information. That's stuff on top. Now, we know that if we were to work with an arc, this has to be a squared, being the constant, minus u squared. So if I let u equal the square root of this, which is 3x to the 3rd, you'll notice the du is 9x squared dx. With that, I can now do a direct substitution, and I can work with the du in the numerator, square root of 4 squared minus u squared. Now we know that this is the arc sine, and we're going to put u over 2 plus c, and I'm going to back substitute my u. Now don't fight these problems, please. They are not meant to be difficult. They're just meant to ask that you practice your rules. Let's take a look at number 4. The integration for x over 16 plus 4x to the 4th dx. So once again, this looks like it's going to be a squared plus u squared, which means I want to find my u as the square root. U is the square root of 4, which is 2, and the square root of x to the 4th, which is x squared. Notice that du is then 4x dx, and that's what we have in our numerator here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start substituting our pieces. I have the du in the numerator, and I have 4 squared plus u squared, and this will allow me to work with 1 over 4, arc tangent, and I now have 2x squared divided by 4. Now I can reduce this if I want, but I'm going to leave it like this. This brings us to number 6. Number 6, as I related to you before, was 10x in the numerator, and the square root of 1 minus 25x to the 4th in the denominator, times dx. Now, we're looking at an a squared minus u squared, so I want to find the u squared. U has to be the square root of 25, which is 5, and the square root of x to the 4th, which is x squared. Notice when I take the derivative to find du, I get 10x dx, and I can now do a direct substitution. The du goes in the numerator, and I have the square root of 1 squared minus u squared, which I know is the arc sine of u divided by 1, which will just leave me 5x squared divided by 1 plus c. Last one, number 8. Number 8 was the integration. We had 25x to the 4th. We have 5x to the 5th. We have the square root of 25x to the 10th minus 4 dx. Looks like I'm working with a u squared minus an a squared. That's the arcsecant. So I want to find what is u squared. Take the square root of the 25 and you get 5. Square root of x to the 10th, you get x to the 5th. And you'll notice that that's what's outside. du happens to be 25x to the 4th dx. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to substitute. You'll notice I get my du on top. I get u square root of u squared minus 2 squared. And this is my arcsecant, which will give me 1 over a. That's 1 over 2. Arcsecant. And I now have to remember the absolute values. 5x to the 5th over 2. The quantity plus c. And that is number 8. Please continue to work on numbers 1, 3, 5, and 7, and the answers will be provided to you with this worksheet. I hope this has helped. Please make sure you do 1, 3, 5, and 7 so that you have some ability to practice, or some ability to do it with that practice. All righty, thank you very much, Hornets. I hope you have a very good day. Please take care and be safe. And remember, it's easy to be mean, so please be nice to each other. And remember, change starts from within. The way we perceive others is the way we have to start. How can I perceive my fellow human beings as having worth, having value, being worthy of respect, being worthy of dignity, being worthy of being like a human being? And then do it. All right. Be well, everybody. Take care. Good night. Thank you.